What's going on, guys? Herchief1, and told y'all if I got the 200, I'd do a Q&A, and I got the 200. And I'm not used to doing anything with my face on camera. I hate cameras, hate them. Got a little, not the skinniest guy anymore. Should be working on it. It's not there yet, but and I haven't shaved, so hey, it's a weekend. I got 3 days off. I'm screw shaving. Anyway, so I told you guys I'd do a Q&A, and I asked you guys for some questions. And I got quite a few, so I'm pretty happy with that. First of all, I want to say thank you all for the 200 subscribers. I honestly didn't think I'd make it that far, and I'm hoping I can make it further now, because that's, just gives you that extra oomph to go where I need to go. So, let's do this thing. I'm going to look down a lot, because I don't like looking at cameras at all. This is weird. Really, really weird. But let's get into these questions, because I got quite a few. I think that I'm going to try to put a gameplay in the background. I'm going to try to put this video up into the corner of the gameplay, so you guys have something else to look at if you don't want to look at me. And I keep putting my freaking arms on my freaking desk. It's going to shake the camera and make you all sick. Another reason why I'm not going to make this a full screen, just put it up in the corner of another video. Regardless, so Baby Boy Web was the first question I got. Now, there may be some other questions you guys had that I might not answer in this video, because I asked this question a while back. So when I get to 200, I was probably going to ask you guys from some Q&A questions. So if I don't answer those questions, I apologize. If you guys want to send me more questions, then maybe I'll do another Q&A. It's up to you, completely up to you guys. But we'll start off with Baby Boy Web. He was the first one to ask me. He asked, why the Air Force? Well, growing up, I've always been interested in airplanes. When I was a kid, I had to have airplanes when I was growing up. I do not have a pilot's license. I worked on trying to get my pilot's license when I was around 13, 14 years old. Dropped out of that because I'm an idiot. Wished I'd have stuck with it. Kind of like to do it again. If I had the opportunity, I would. But I've always been intrigued by airplanes. Just what makes them work, how they can do what they do, flying through the sky. I had a big determining factor. My grandfather, he got me really into airplanes. There used to be a TV show on Discovery Channel when I was around 10, 12 years old, which was eons ago, and I'll tell you how old I am here in a little bit, because that's another question here. But there used to be a TV show on Discovery Channel called Discovery Wings, and it had different aircraft. They would take a whole hour-long show about certain aircraft, and World War II, Vietnam, Korea, even World War I, to the modern fighters and stuff. And I watched probably every one of them. He would record everyone he could find, and I'd go over to his house and I'd watch them. I have probably 3 or 4 VHS tapes, 8-hour-long tapes of hour-long Discovery Wings shows. So that had a big determining factor. My uncle was he's a retired master sergeant in the Air Force, so he had a big influence on me. And the Air Force, I'm kind of a big pussy, honestly. And basic training, it's the unknown of what's going to happen when you go to basic training. So I didn't actually join until I was 23, and because I just didn't, I don't like conflict, and so I figured the basic training for Air Force would probably be the easiest one. I figured also, if I couldn't be a pilot, which I couldn't because I didn't go to college, I didn't get a 4-year degree. If I couldn't be a pilot, I wanted to be the next best thing, and to me that was a crew chief. And for those of you who are wondering what a crew chief is, it's basically it's like a pit crew in NASCAR or Formula One or whatever. The guy in charge of the car's maintenance, and that's what I do. I'm in charge of maintaining aircraft, and now I've hit the rank where I'm actually in charge of a bunch of people who maintain the aircraft, and it's a treat. I've been all over the world with the Air Force doing what I do. It's a lot of fun, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't join any other branch. Honestly, I wouldn't. Zaitsev, I think that's how you say your name, dude. If that's not how you say your name, I apologize if I'm butchering it. I don't mean to. But he asks, do I game on the PC? What's my Steam account? And am I interested in posting content other than COD? Alright, first of all, do I game on the PC? Yes and no. I do occasionally get on there just to kind of goof around. I suck with mouse and keyboard. Mouse and keyboard is not my thing. I'm a controller guy all the way. That's all there is to it. And I know there's controllers you can buy for the PC. I actually bought one a while back. Tried to play some Battlefield 3. It just wasn't working. The accuracy with the mouse and keyboard is way better. But I'm a 2-finger typer. So I can't get the whole multitasking with the fingers going on as far as the keyboard's concerned. All those buttons and stuff. So Do I game on the PC? Yes, to a certain degree. I mean, if somebody wanted to game with me a little bit on the PC, I'd be more willing to get on there and show how bad I am. But for the most part, no. I mean, I have sitting next to me here, I have StarCraft 2. I kind of play those games a little bit every now and then, just the story mode. I don't really play the multiplayer. So to answer your question, yes and no. More no than yes, though, because I'm not a PC gamer. And then the second one was what's my Steam account? Everything I have, with the exception of my Twitch and my Twitter, is more or less Hurt Chief 1. I made sure I had all of my grounds covered so that nobody stole my name when I was, when I tried to log on. So Xbox Live, PSN, Steam. I have an Origin. I think Origin's for Battlefield 3. Origin's actually, I think, Herky Boy also. But my Steam account's Hurt Chief 1. So if you guys are interested and you want to send me a friend request, I do no longer have the Xbox. So if you send me a request on Xbox Live, I apologize. I don't have an Xbox, so it's not going to do any good because I can't accept it, and I probably won't be getting one. I don't know. It'll probably be a while from now if I do. But the Steam account is Hurt Chief 1, so you can send me a request on there if you'd like. And am I interested in posting content other than COD? Where you been, man? No, I posted some Far Cry 3. I had a Let's Play of Far Cry 3. I did a Let's Play of Bioshock Infinite. And I tried to do some Dead Space 3, it was. Am I interested in it? Yeah. Battlefield 3, I do like playing Battlefield 3. I don't post as much as I like with that one. Battlefield 4, on the other hand, is a different story. I'll get into that later on. But, I would like to play more, post more than just Call of Duty, especially considering COD sucks right now. But for the most part right now, the majority of my content is going to be Call of Duty. Look for more Battlefield 4, though, when it comes out. As far as posting Let's Plays, I'm going to just say right now that Let's Plays probably aren't going to happen too much on this channel, just for the sheer fact that I didn't get a whole lot of views, and it takes a lot of time to edit those out. So probably won't be doing a whole lot of Let's Plays unless I just get a bunch of people asking me to do a Let's Play of a certain video or a game or whatever. So there's that question. Appreciate your questions too, man. Godly Locks, what does my wife think of YouTube? I asked her this, and she more or less says she don't mind. I'm home. I'm not out drinking with the guys. I'm spending time at home. I'm not on it 24/7. I am on it quite a bit. Editing videos takes some time. Like right now, I'm doing this as my daughter just went to bed, and it's in the evening time, so I've got some free time to do my editing. So I do my uploading and stuff at night after everybody's gone to bed. I usually do my gaming after everybody's gone to bed. So she doesn't mind. It keeps me out of trouble. It's a hobby. She understands that. And she said, as long as I don't exploit her like Woody's Gamertag does his family. Her words, not mine. Even though I totally agree with her, I would never do that. But it's all, so she don't mind. She's all right with it, and I get a kick out of it too. She doesn't watch the videos with me, but when the intros to certain people comes on, she knows who they are. It's hilarious. So, Hyper2104, how old am I? I am 34 years young. 34 years old. Kind of on the old guy side of the house. You got all these guys in their young, early 20s, even younger than that, mid 20s. Quite a few people I know actually though are actually more my age. Me, Hollow. I know JD's 30. I think he is now. There's a few other people who are in the 30-year-old categories and a little older than that. Hollow, but yep. So I'm 34. Woo's Pigs. I think that's how you say it. You probably see him in the comment section a few times, but his comment was ridiculously long, and so I just went ahead and brought it up. So I'm going to kind of look down at the TV, at the monitor here, and kind of read some of his, because he's congrats on 200 subs, Chief. I love your videos. So what I would like to know is, who is Hurt Chief guy? Who is this Hurt Chief guy? What's his world view? What makes him tick? What really pisses him off? Call of Duty. What's his interests, passions, and blackest Sunday ever? Who does he listen to? What's his favorite music, movies, and TV shows? Dude, obsessed much. No, I'm kidding. And which games did he play growing up? Did he cheer for Hogan or Warrior at WrestleMania 5? Well, I didn't watch WrestleMania 5, but if I had, it would have been Hulk Hogan back in the day. When he went to the Hollywood Hogan era, he lost me. I couldn't do the Hollywood Hogan thing, and then he went to TNA, and I just lost all kinds of respect for him at that point. But hey, to each his own. He's got to do his thing. So it would have been Hogan for WrestleMania 5 if I'd have watched it. As far as my interests are concerned, movies. I love action movies. I love comedies, things like that. I'm not big on the chick flicks. What guy is? So action movies and stuff. That's kind of what I'm into. Let's see, passions. I love airplanes. I love gaming. Honestly, I could sit here and talk aircraft, any kind of airplane you want. I could sit here and talk about airplanes all day, and I love gaming. I love playing video games, but especially for spending time with my family. My daughter's 3. That's a huge passion of mine. If you want to know my blackest Sunday, it's when the 2 kids from my previous marriage. I went to the desert for 4 months, and my wife left me at that point. And so she took the kids, and I came home after a 4-month deployment, and they weren't home. So my blackest Sunday was coming home from a deployment and nobody being there for me. So I am very blessed to have the wife that I have now, and I'm very blessed to have a new 3-year-old daughter now that I get to see on a regular basis every day until I deploy. Hopefully not for too long from now, but I get to spend time with her. So blackest Sunday would be not seeing my kids when I got home from my 4-month deployment. Passions would be spending time with my 3-year-old. It's like a whole new start for me. So that's a big thing for me. Family's a huge passion of mine. Let's see, what else did he say? My worldview. I don't want to bring in. I try to leave politics and stuff like that out as much as possible. There's a few things that you just don't talk about. In settings like this. I might go into world politics if it got serious enough to do it. I know there's been some situations that have, but if you must know, I'm old school capitalist, not this new American capitalism that they've got going on. It's not even capitalism; it's bullshit. But that's what I believe in. I'm not a socialist. I don't believe in that way. But if you must know that I'm more of a capitalist. I'm the kind of guy that's like, if you make a buck, that's your buck to do with whatever you want. That's the way I see it. I don't need somebody taking my dollar, taking however much they feel like I deserve, and giving me that much. No, if my boss says I deserve a full $1, then I should get the full $1 and then use that money on however I want to. That's my view. And I know I'm not saying I'm bashing taxes or anything, but it's out of control right now. So that's all I'm going to go for on the worldview. But I hope that answered the majority of those questions. So thank you for those. Let's see, Chubby Ninja. What would my career choice be other than the Air Force? Before I joined the military, I was a motorcycle mechanic. Never owned a motorcycle in my life, but I went to MMI in Orlando, Florida, it's a Motorcycle Mechanics Institute, and I got a degree in fixing motorcycles. And I did that for a little while. There just wasn't a whole lot of money in it. That's why I had to find something new. So I love mechanical stuff. I got to get my hands dirty. That's the kind of person I am. So I would probably be a motorcycle mechanic or some other type of mechanic if I had that choice. Is there any hope for the COD series? Same guy, Chubby Ninja asked the same question, or another question. It's, my view on the COD series is grim, honestly. Black Ops 1 was the last true, real good Call of Duty to me, and it's really the only one I like playing right now. Black Ops 2 is crappy, to say the least. It is horrible. Modern Warfare 3 was real bad for me. I only played that for maybe 5-6 months at the most, half its life cycle, and I quit. I played Black Ops 2 longer. How, I don't know. How I made it through the Road to Commander is beyond me, because I don't know if I would ever do that again. But do I think there's hope? There's always hope. It's just a matter of whether or not the developers will listen to us and actually fix the game the way it needs to be fixed. Right now, they're not listening to us, so if they don't ever plan on listening to us again, then no, there's no hope. But I'm holding out for Ghost. I'm hoping Ghost brings something to the table is a little better. As long as it doesn't have death streaks, I think it'll be all right. Moving along, Princess Niche. What up, girl? Let's see. What are my goals for my channel? Grow. I want to grow. I'm ready to start growing. If you guys want to do some dual comms or anything, live commentary sessions, whatever the case may be, anybody. I don't care who it is. I'm not looking for the biggest guy to help me out. I'm not looking for anybody. I don't care. If you guys want to help out with a live commentary session, let's get together. Let's do something. But my ultimate goal for this channel is to grow. I'm not looking to make money. This is a hobby of mine. This is just for fun. If I want to quit one day, I'll just quit. I don't care. I'm not looking to get partnered anytime soon. If I do, great. But the majority of them want 1,000 subs, and I'm only at 200, so I got a ways to go. So, goal for my channel is to grow. So, I don't know. I have no idea how to pronounce this. GOUKIZX2. Gokiz times 2. My dream car or truck. Wow. So many choices there. I don't know. My dream car probably be something fast. We're talking Ferrari style, maybe Enzo kind of deal. Something like that. Ultimate Aero kind of deal. Something really, really cool, really, really fast. Dream truck. I don't really get into trucks all that much. I like cars for the most part. So, yeah, I'd probably go with the Ultimate Aero. It's pretty. If you don't know what it is, Google it. It's a sick, sick car. And guns for show. What console am I getting, and what game am I looking forward to? This is my last question, because we're hitting 16 minutes right now. The console I'm going for is PS4, straight up. I'm not a big fan of Xbox, never have been. I only got the Xbox to play with my friends, and I really wasn't getting online that often on the Xbox, and I wasn't playing with very many friends. I did the whole Road to Commander and only had one guest on there. Granted, it was at the time, the time of day that I was playing was, it was late. It was real late. But when they brought out the new consoles, said they were coming out with the new consoles, I made a quick decision. I've been a PlayStation fan forever, and I went straight with the PS4. And it was a no-brainer, especially when you saw E3. E3, they blew Microsoft out of the water. So I'm going with the PS4, and I'm sticking to that. I'm not going to change my mind. Now, game-wise, I'm actually really, really looking forward to Battlefield 4. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 3 lately, and I'm loving that game. I've loved that game since it came out. Never was very good at the multiplayer. I'm getting better, but I'm really looking forward to Battlefield 4 because I think it's going to bring more to the table than Call of Duty is. Call of Duty is just going to be another, reskin, like it always is. Every year it's just new reskin. And yeah, Battlefield 4 might be also, but with the fact that we're coming out with the new consoles, you're going to have more players. The thing that was killing Battlefield 3 on consoles was the fact that you only had, 24 players, I think it was, something like that. 12v12 is the max you could have on console, and when you're playing on maps like Caspian Border, we're talking major big map. It's way too big for the amount of people playing on it. So with the new console, you're going to get the 64 players. We're talking 32, and I hope they don't make the maps bigger because they're doing that. But I'm really looking forward to playing on those big maps, the destructive environments, the new weapons and stuff. I'm still looking forward to Battlefield 4. So to answer your question, my most anticipated game of the year coming up would be Battlefield 4. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys, before it gets too long because we're at 18 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and say once again, thank you so much for 200 subs. Let's keep going. If you like this, please hit that like button. If you haven't subbed, please do so. And until next time, guys, Herc Chief 1, I'm out.